Romans 5, 6 through 8. You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Good day, everybody. We're going to a party tonight called the Green Party. It's a postponed St. Patrick's Day party, so I'm wearing green. It's also National Siblings Day, so I'm wearing a bunch of siblings on my shirt. I'm getting some food right now, so. Alright, that was fun. Obviously I didn't vlog anything. There was a big group of people, very loud in the house. Lots and lots of people were there. There was another guy who wore the same shirt as me. It's actually the same guy who leads my Bible study on Thursday nights. Odd coincidence. So he insisted we take a picture together. I thought that was a little against what guys usually do. But I went along with it, whatever, no big deal. It was pretty good. Some of my closer friends showed up. Didn't stick around for long. Some of them did, I guess. So we just hung out for a while, ate some food, whatever, and then came the time that I was waiting for. We played a game of Mafia, a big game of Mafia with 22 people. And complicated rules. I've always ever played Mafia with just cops and Mafia, and a few times with a doctor thrown in to save people. This particular version had 4 Mafia, 3 cops, 1 nurse to save people, and there was a vigilante who killed people on his own, but he was a townsperson. And so obviously his goal is the same as the townspeople, is to kill the Mafia, but he could kill whoever he wanted. Vigilante. And it was interesting because there were 4 different jobs for the Mafia. There was the Godfather, who would always be innocent. It would always appear innocent if he was investigated by the cops. And the cops would investigate. The way the game works is cops investigate people, and the narrator tells them if they've stumbled upon one of the Mafia or not, and tells them if they're right or wrong. With complicated rules, helps the Godfather stick around longer. Which actually saved the Godfather on at least 2 occasions in this game, because the cops had investigated him twice, and both times he came up clean, but he was actually the Mafia Godfather. There's the Framer. What happens then is they can pass the blame on someone else, so when the cops investigate, that person's going to come up showing like a member of the Mafia, even though they're not. Which, and then there's the Silencer. That member of the Mafia makes it so that one person that they choose cannot speak, cannot defend themselves if they're accused, cannot make accusations, cannot speak at all that round. That person got eliminated very early. We didn't see much of that. And the 4th Mafia is the Yakuza. That person can kamikaze himself, basically. Kill himself, but change someone else into a Mafia to replace him. But that person's just a normal Mafia, not a Yakuza, who can do that again. That'd make it too complicated. But it was already complicated. But it was fun. I was out on the 2nd round as a normal townsperson. Heather watched the game. She didn't play. But a normal townsperson, they got accused and executed by the town, not someone who was taken out by the Mafia or the vigilante, or so I was told by the Mafia. Or no, I forgot how it worked. I was accused, but I wasn't executed. I was 1 person shy of getting the majority of the town's votes, so I was spared. Then, that night, the vigilante killed me. Because he thought I was Mafia. So that's how that works. My bad. What ultimately wound up happening was the The mafia got knocked off one by one. The cops got knocked off one by one. We were down to one cop, one townsperson, one vigilante, and one mafia. And it came down to, or no, two. There were two townspeople. No, it was one. It was one. We were down to 4 people, yeah. And so the mafia decided to kill the last remaining townsperson, leaving mafia, vigilante, and cop for what would have been another round if the vigilante was gone. But the vigilante was not gone. The vigilante was still very much alive after having eliminated myself, a normal townsperson, but also three of the members of the mafia. He then chose to eliminate the last member of the mafia, ending the game, winning it for the townspeople. I was the only innocent victim of the vigilante, but he single-handedly won it for the town. The vigilante did. He was Batman. He was the arrow. Yeah, Batman doesn't kill. He was the arrow. That's that. And then they were going to play another game, but they had a much smaller number of people that time probably. But Heather needed to get home, so I came home with her. I thought about trying to make it back there before they started. Figure odds are that I wouldn't make it back in time, as much as I wanted to. So if I'd known they were going to play again for sure, which I could have asked, I could have brought Heather home earlier and gone back over there to play. But I'm always looking to play that game because I always enjoyed it. I taught it to some of my classes, honestly. One of the games we played. Because in my classes in Spain at the English Academy. Because, I mean, the teenagers loved it. I couldn't play with the younger kids, obviously. But the teenagers loved it. And all the adult classes seemed to love it, too. Even if some of the classes were smaller in numbers. So I didn't get to play it very much because I kind of had to have full attendance of my classes in order to make it work. So we didn't play it that much, but but we did play it some, and they enjoyed it because it's a fun game. It really, truly is. And now that at least one other member of our core group of people has played it for sure, I've been refreshed by playing it and also seeing these new rules. But you gotta have a lot of people if you want to make those rules work. I'll push for it too, maybe. Maybe get everyone to just go to a park and just sit around a picnic table and play. Because it works that way too. But I've been talking long enough, and now I'm just sat there and zoned out for like 5 seconds and didn't say anything. So it's time to end the vlog. So I will once again not name anyone specifically, but myself and all my friends here would like to say goodnight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.